So, your home didn't sell. That can feel frustrating, maybe even personal. You've invested your time, energy, and money, and yet the sale didn't happen. But here's the good news, this is not the end of the road. It's a new year, and it's the time for us to now make new plans, new commitments, and have new strategies. Among those strategies is, what are we going to do to sell the house that we were not able to sell last year? Well, that's exactly what we're here to discuss today. The first thing that I'm going to tell you is, it may just be something as easy as changing your listing agent or your brokerage. Why? Did you know that statistically it's been proven that 70% of sellers who go with a new agent sell their house the second time around? Why do you think that is? Well, many times it has to do with the fact that every agent has a different way of marketing properties. Every agent has a different set of ideas. And most importantly, every agent knows their market differently. And maybe you just need somebody who knows your market better. Well, among the things that is important for you to discuss when you have a new listing agent is the price of your home. Are you listing your house at the right price? This is not an exact science by any means. It is one of the hardest things to do, actually. Even pulling comparables, your house can be different from the neighbor's house in so many ways. Yours might have a screen porch, theirs might have a swimming pool, you might have ceramic tile floors, they might have laminate vinyl plank, and I could go on and on and on. So there is no way to exactly price your house for the perfect price. We can get to a very close number. But one of the things that many sellers do is that they overprice their house. For instance, I can suggest a $300,000 sales price. And they say, no, I want to put it at $310,000 because I want to use that $10,000 as a buffer to negotiate so that I can, at the end of the day, end up with the $300,000. But guess what? All the houses on your block that are listed for sale, they're at $300,000. So what did you do? You automatically put yourself outside the game. So this is something that we want to avoid. If you and your agent work together and you find yourself in a reasonable price, please, please, please do not overprice your home. That, I am going to tell you, is the biggest downfall for a lot of sellers. It's false expectations of what the sales price is. The other thing that we want to talk about is how the home shows. You know, do you have a home that maybe the floor plan is a little different? Maybe the home was modified, or maybe there's a room that's a little funky, that's difficult for people to see. Stage it. Stage it, because this helps people to identify the spaces of how they can be used. This is the exact same reason why model homes exist, because not everybody can walk into a blank canvas of a house and figure it out. Me personally, I need help with that. I'm not good at that creative vision. Give me numbers, give me black and white paper, laws and stuff. Those are my things. But I am not the creative mind. So help them see how they can use the space. Other thing is very important. Look at the pictures that your listing agent used on your previous listing. Were they pictures that would have appealed to you if you were in the market searching for a home? Do you think that something was maybe shown in the house that you would not have liked to have been shown in the pictures? Or is there something that you could have actually focused more on that is a highlight? Do you have a built-in wall fireplace? Do you want to focus that? That'll bring somebody in. So those are very important things. But together with that, and going back to some of the staging, some of the rooms that I really recommend that you have staged throughout the life of the listing, it's going to be your living, your dining, and the master bedroom. Why? Living, this is where family time happens. People throw themselves back, they relax, watch TV, play board games, host gatherings with their friends. The dining room. This is where we sit down and eat at the table with our family. So both of these rooms are especially important because this is where quality time happens in a home. Master bedroom. Why would we say that the master bedroom is important to stage? The reason is because this is the room that the home purchaser, home buyer is going to be occupying more than likely. This is going to be their headquarters, their sanctuary, their escape room, where they find their peace, where they find solitude, where they sleep. And they want to make sure that all the pieces that they have are going to fit in there. And you walk into these rooms, and sometimes they really look tiny, but the minute you put furniture in there, there's leftover space. This helps people see that. I want you to understand that it's not about you living in the house, it's how they're going to live in the house. And something that I tell my sellers a lot is, please, as soon as we go under contract, please take down any personal pictures because, number one, it's a safety issue. Yes, as realtors, we pre-screen our buyers. We have a pre-approval from the lender, meaning that they've already taken their driver's license, their names, social security numbers. They know their addresses for the past 5 years. But we live in a crazy world, people. Let's keep ourselves and our families safe. But the second reason why I really want you to take these pictures down is, please let people see themselves in the house. Like I said, it's not about how you live in the house, it's how they see themselves there, how they see their families there. So you want to take these things down so that you can allow them to see past how you live in the house and see themselves living in the home. One of the other things that I really recommend is, in your pictures, if you have rooms that you can't have furniture in, and these are important rooms, or if your house is vacant, it might have been an investment property and now you're getting ready to sell it off, or it just simply be that you've already moved out of the home, have your agent speak with their photographer and virtually stage the important rooms at the minimum that we discussed earlier. This is going to help buyers when they're online, and that's how most people shop today because it saves them time, is through the pictures. And the pictures, like I said before, please make sure that you have good pictures because people will go 1, 2, 3, and that's it. They go to the next house. Now, the other thing we want to talk about is the exposure that your home is getting. Your agent should not just write up a listing agreement and tell you, hey, your house is on the MLS, it's going to be on Zillow, it's going to be on Realtor, it's going to be on Homes. No, we want your home to be boosted and exposed the most it can possibly be. How do we achieve this? Through social media. Look at your agents or your listing agents' social media pages. Do they take time to promote their listings, to promote their work? Or when you go in there, you don't know that they even do real estate. This is something that's very important because this day and age, people are on their social media pages 90% of the time. And this is where they're likely to see a house. And if the house isn't for them, it's probably for their sister Sue or for their brother Bill. And they're like, oh my God, this is the perfect house. Let me send it to them. So you want to make sure that your agent is using social media. One of the things that I would also recommend is that once your agent has shared that on social media, please reshare it because it increases the exposure, and ask your friends and family to also reshare it. You just never know who can be that one person. It can simply be somebody who's in your own circle that will be interested in buying your house. The other thing that you can do to increase your exposure is making sure that your agent uses other platforms. For instance, I pay for Zillow Premier Showcase as well as Homes.com. What does this do? This elevates my listing. It's treated as if it were an exclusive listing. So my listing goes to the top of the page for the agents in my area. That means that I'm going to be within the first few views. I can't tell you that it's going to be the first one because there's other agents that do pay for this service as well. But not every agent does. When they're on the page looking at the property, they're only looking at your property. They're not looking at all the other houses that are in the area and similar price range. When they're looking at the map, it doesn't show that there's 50 other houses in the area that are also for sale. No, they're looking, when they go to look at the map, it actually, what it does is it takes them to a floor plan. They can walk through the house digitally. There's a 3D tour so they can feel like they're moving through the house. All of these things allows a buyer to sit and actually focus on your house alone. So make sure that you're using an agent that is investing into actually promoting your property. The other thing you want to do is be strategic in your negotiation. Why? Because so many times I have come to a seller and the seller's sell price is $300,000, and I tell them, "Hey, I have an offer for $300,000. Oh, that's great." But they want you to help with $7,000 in closing cost. Absolutely not. I will not sell. Well, guess what? Your biggest competitor right now is the big box builders. Why? They have hundreds of thousands of homes on inventory and they have big pressure because their investors, the millionaires and billionaires of corporate America, want their money. They want to see their return. They don't want their money just sitting there. So what are they trying to do? They're trying to get rid of these houses. While they're trying to get rid of these houses, do you know what they're doing? They're offering incentives of anywhere up to $10,000 to $20,000 towards closing costs, towards down payment. On top of everything else, they have affiliated lenders who they buy interest rates in bulk, where they can offer phenomenal interest rates to these buyers that you, as an individual seller, can never do. So please be realistic when you receive an offer. Do not get set so firmly in what your bottom number is going to be, but what the number is and will it work for you. And remember, the goal is to sell your house. So now that we've discussed these things, guys, I am here to help you sell that house that didn't sell last year. Please, let's get together. Let's work on a new plan. Let's get a new strategy and let's get this home sold. Call me, text me, DM me, whatever you need to do. My phone number is 407-508-1167. My name is Essie Naboa with Weigert Realtors.